it is doing, let's see, I think it's doing the wrong name. And I want to change that. There we go. Okay, so how's everybody doing? So there have been some questions and confusion just with everything happening around the coronavirus and what's going on with schools and enrollments and all of that good stuff. So you all have some questions. I'm trying to find the right people to answer those questions for you. And one of the folks, well, one of the organizations that can answer some of those questions is Oakland Enrolls. And what Oakland Enrollment does is they work with making sure kids are enrolled in schools in Oakland and public schools, and that would be both traditional schools and charter schools. I want to ask both Lisa and Luis to introduce themselves real quick, and then I will introduce the questions and we'll go from there. How does that work? Is that cool with you all? All right. So let's go with Luis first, and his because he has a special visitor. So which is just gonna make this all better. So let us know what's going on.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Charles. Yeah, great to be here. Luis Rodriguez. I'm the executive director of Oakland Enrolls. Happy to answer questions to help families navigate what's going on right now with public school enrollment, as school's currently out right now, and they're probably hearing a lot of information, seeing a lot of things. Happy to provide some clarification. And this is my daughter, Marin.
How you doing, Marin? Lisa.
Yes, thank you so much, Charles. I'm Lisa Gibbous-Dagak. I am the Director of Outreach and Operations here at Oakland Enrolls. And yeah, thanks so much for having us on. We're excited to answer any questions and share a little bit more and hopefully clear things up for families who are confused, as we all are right now. It's a crazy time.
That's what's up. So there's a lot of people that's like afraid right now, and like you said, it's crazy times. People don't know when school is starting back up, or if it is, or we're just gonna start fresh next year, or if I'm trying to get into a different school and enroll, like what that process is. So you all work with both the traditional side and the charter side. So can you just give us a general update that a parent might be that might be valuable to a parent at this moment of like uncertainty? Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, yeah, so, ultimately right now we are in what we call the late application season, which means that we are still accepting applications, both district schools, OUSD, and charter schools, but it looks a little different. One big thing though is a lot of families who applied what we call on time, which was between November and February. That right now, a lot of families should have gotten word about where they potentially got offers to schools, both district and charter. Now, we had originally asked families to, they found out on March 12th, which is when all the lottery results went live. So families should have gotten either an email or a text message from schools saying if they got an offer or potentially that they got on a wait list. Now, usually they had a couple of weeks to think about their options and decide. And actually today, March 26th, was the old deadline to decide. However, because of everything that's going on, because of the school closures, we know that families aren't able to actually go in and explore their options. And so OUSD and Oakland Enrolls work together to extend that deadline to April 9th, which is where it is now. So families who applied on time, who received those offers, have another couple weeks to think about their options. One important piece though is after April 9th, we expect that deadline to stay right now, but obviously things are changing day by day. But for now, we encourage all families who received an offer to accept or decline, depending on what they want to do, their offers. After that point, they'll lose those offers. They go away after April 9th.
Okay, so what if I'm a parent, right? And I'm trying to navigate this stuff. I got multiple kids. I might have a kid in a traditional school here, a charter school here, and I need, they're transitioning from elementary into middle school grades, and they want to be choosers, but life is just hard right now. I don't know if I got a job. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get paid. I don't know, I don't know what's going on. And I missed some deadlines. Is all hope just lost for me? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, absolutely not. No, hope is not lost. And we do know, obviously, that right now, enrollment is probably not at the top of everyone's priority list, understandably. And so right now, families are still able to apply to schools. And the fact is, we encourage families to apply as soon as possible. Whether that's to district schools where you can call into the district. I'm happy to share the number for the Student Welcome Center. They're accepting emails.
Yeah, share it. I'll put it in the chat right now. This is the number to call for who?
Yes, this is the OUSD Student Welcome Center. So that is if families want to apply to OUSD traditional, what we call, traditional district schools, they can call or text 510-87.
They can call or text.
Yeah, they can call or text. And we at Oakland Enrolls also accept calls and texts. So I'll give you both numbers.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll start first with
510.
Yep, 510-879-4600. Or they can email. There's an email to address I can provide if that's helpful.
Okay. So that's call or text. And then what's the email under it?
It's enroll@ousd.org.
Okay.
And for Oakland Enroll, so a little bit about us, we want to help families apply to wherever they need to apply. But right now, during this late application season, OUSD is accepting their district applications where we can help families apply to charter schools. And that can be done online. You don't actually have to do that through us. You can go to oaklandschoolfinder.org and click on the blue button that says apply to charter schools. You can go on and submit an application. It takes like 3 minutes. It's a really quick application, but we can also help at Oakland Enrolls. We're available by phone and text Monday through Friday, so we can absolutely answer that. Also in multiple languages. So I can give you that number as well if you'd like.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'll put it in I'm putting it all in the comment section. So what is this number for?
Yep, this is for Oakland Enrolls, so we can help answer any questions about enrollment. For the most part, we don't work for OUSD, but we have a lot of information that we can share, and we also help charter school enrollment. So if families are interested in applying to charter schools, we also work with them very closely and have a lot of information, and we can help them submit those applications. We can also check their status if they've already applied and they're interested in seeing where they are on the wait list or if they have offers.
That's beautiful. So what's that number for you all?
That's 510 454 9360.
9360, and they can call or text this number as well.
Exactly. And you can email us too at contact@oaklandenrolls.org. Okay.
Contact@oaklandenrolls.org. All right. So we're gonna pull you in a little bit too, Luis. I know that so Luis is he's my friend. We've been friends for a while, so I like giving him a hard time. But if you do have questions that come in, ask them, he'll answer them. But you might not get as many questions on this one. They might listen, put their questions in the comments, and then these folks have said that they'd come back on to answer questions if folks have more of them. So I just wanted to make sure people understood that. So let me get this straight, just to be clear for people that's listening. Our public schools are pretty much working together around saying, listen, we want to make sure everybody is enrolled. The charter sector and the traditional sector are talking to each other just to make sure things are kind of smooth. What if I have a child in like private schools, trying to get them into St. Liz or something like that? What advice do you have? I know that they're not necessarily a part of your system, but I think any information that people can get at this time is just valuable. Either of you all can take that. Go ahead, Luis.
I think I'll jump in here. To date, families in that situation, we've definitely been sending them directly to the school. We could help compile a list of phone numbers that might be helpful for a lot of the common private schools families attend in Oakland, but definitely going directly to the schools. And as we talk to anyone, we're always encouraging them to keep their websites up to date. So that's something we're considering as well. The original kind of due date to make a decision about offers in March was built around making sure families that applied to both public and private schools would make a decision before tuition is due. So one thing, if you are in contact with a non-public school, is kind of ask them to maybe push that date back if you are considering both a public and private option.
Absolutely. So listen, that's pretty straightforward. So here's the rundown for the people that's listening that I tend to get an understanding of. If you are trying to apply to any type of public school that's both traditional and OUSD or charter, you can reach out to pretty much either office. You can, but more specifically, we put the numbers in there. You can reach out, and they're somewhat working together. There's some linkages there. So for instance, if you have questions about either, if you call Oakland Enrolls, they actually have information to know where to kind of send you. The general rule of thumb is if you are trying to, if this is about a private school, you want to reach out directly to those private schools that you are considering. Think of them as sovereign nations. They do things the way that they do it. Everybody is trying to work together better during this time, but things are just a little bit different on the private side. So we suggest that you reach directly out to them. Are there any other things that you want to tell people that might be fearful or just a little uneasy, or, you know, we just saw Luis playing with his beautiful children while he's working, right? Like, this is the new reality for a lot of people. What do you want to say to those other parents that might be in a similar position, Luis, but are just really scared right now? And we can close it on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think one, you know, it's understandable to be scared. We're kind of in a new reality at the moment. And I want to make sure parents understand we're here to serve you, right? Oakland Enrolled is here to help you find information. Please reach out with any questions. We'll do our best to answer them. As Lisa mentioned earlier, you know, we have some dates right now, but I know OUSD recently announced the earliest school is going to open is May. So day to day, dates are changing, and we're going to do our best to make sure we hit up opportunities like this and push out in our social space as dates change to make sure we keep families informed. But reach out if you have concerns, talk to us. We're going to do our best to accommodate everyone and make sure as parents have other priorities right now, this system is flexible to meet their needs.
That's awesome, man. Thank you all. And I'm so glad people are like coming together during this time. You all have been great. Before I let you all go, is there a way, let's say I'm a parent and you just said there might be a bunch of different updates that's happening, you know, aside from me checking your website every single day, is there like something I could sign up for where I get a text notification or an email notification around breaking changes around enrollment?
Yeah, I can hop in here. So you can go to oaklandenrolls.org, and if you click on the Get Updates, where it says at the top Get Updates, you can sign up for our email list. That also, we can receive text. You can do email or text or both. So we're sharing any relevant, up-to-date information with families if they sign up for that. Also, we really encourage you to follow us on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're at Oakland Enrolls, and there we are always posting everything, you know, exactly as we're hearing it. We're sharing that information out with families, as well as sharing other really rich resources that the community is offering.
I think that's perfect. If you folks have any questions about what you heard, or there were some questions I didn't get answered for you, please drop them in the comments and I will reach back out to these lovely folks and get them back on or get an answer to you. In this time, like, this is just a time when we all got to come together. This is an urgent time, and we want to make sure that your kids are getting the education that they need and they deserve. But we also want to make sure that folks are taking care of themselves, taking care of their direct emerging needs. And I just appreciate it. This is what we're supposed to do as Oaklanders. Not a time for fighting and bickering. This is the time to help people kind of find their way. And then we can get back to some normalcy, and then we can fight again. But in the meantime, let's just make sure everybody's taken care of and take care of our communities. You all have been great. Thank you both, Lisa and Luis from Oakland Enrolls, for coming on. I've been Charles. This has been a quick little virtual happy hour all about enrollment. So peace. You all are good. Don't hang up. I'm just gonna stop the stream. All right. That's all that means.